All right, so hopefully everybody comes back. Sorry, y'all. My my hookup died. I had to plug everything up. I was too busy talking. I didn't even recognize. We only got 11 more minutes though, so if people don't return, then well, I see a thumbs up coming, so I guess it's just not showing me that people are back. I was on a roll, child. I forgot what I was supposed to be talking about, what I was making notes on. Um, Everything died, so music is out, computer, and I actually left the cord at the warehouse, so we gotta pray that it don't die. The computer don't die in the midst of it. Cell phone died. Like everything was just dead. I looked up, everything was going. I was like, oh no, I was on such a roll. What was I talking about? I think I was talking about putting systems in place, how important they are in your company as an entrepreneur, and how if you don't have a system in place, you aren't going to be able to advance yourself. So that's what I'm gonna make. I'm gonna like this week of business development is going to be all about like the different things, tools you need to have in place in order to have a successful year in business. And I'm gonna walk through what I do inside of my company to make sure I know, right? To make sure that everything flows right and is where it's supposed is where it's supposed to be inside the company. So I know I touched on systems, I touched on organization. Were y'all able to see me when I was talking about organizing your like books and having a different book for everything? Were you able to see that, Mal? Or did it cut off there too? And it looks like it's having problems now because I see keeps going. Oh shit. Keeps on coming. Peace. Were y'all able to see me when I was talking about all the books that I have and how each book is something different? It's for something different. Okay. So I was just basically saying like I literally have a book for everything in my company. And like this book goes and takes all of the notes that I have with production, um like, share, subscribe. They're gonna be like, I oh okay. They're gonna be like, I'm not freaking like sharing and subscribing. This woman don't even got no damn internet connection. Thank you, Mal. Anyway, so yeah, I was just saying that this book carries all of my business like plans. This book has all of my intentions that I'm setting and like journaling and things like that. I actually did a video on this Make It Happen journal. This book carries all of my inventory for all of the sisterpreneurs that I have and like what's in stock, what's sold, what's not. This book right here is all of my private business development clients. All of their information is inside. This book right here is the inventory that I have in other storefronts. So like the stores that I have throughout Philly and anybody else that I take in the future, what I drop off to them, how much is sold during that month, what I'm picking up when I pick up stuff and switch out. I do all of that. And that's important. Like if you are trying to advance your business into a space where you want to keep up, if you're trying to advance your business to a space where you're trying to like expand and you want to like give your stuff to somebody else, you want to make sure that you're taking note of everything you drop off. Keep detailed records because that's the only way you're going to make sure that you get paid what you're supposed to be getting paid. You know what I mean? And then make sure that before you leave the premises, both of y'all have counted what's there. So like for my sisterpreneurs, and this actually hasn't been sent out yet, but it's being sent out in email either tonight or tomorrow. Um, It's like got all the tallies of what they had when they came in, how much they sold during the holiday season, and how much they can expect to be on their card when their cards come in the mail. So like all of those things are going to be inside the email, but that's like keeping records of that so that you don't have any discrepancies later on when you start to try to expand your business and get it to to being either carried in other storefronts or where you are like sending product to a location and they're holding it and they're like a distribution center for you. You got to keep records. And then the last book that I have is Everything That Me and Steph Meet About and all the details that go along with it. And that's this book. So having systems in place and being hella organized is like a must. And or else you won't be able to expand beyond where you are right now, and you definitely will not be able to duplicate yourself in the process of trying to expand. And I learned that I didn't learn that because I used to be a person who felt like I could do it all, and delegation was an issue for me, and I don't know why. I don't know. I do know why. I'm very, very, very anal. I'm not the easiest person to work for in my own idea. Now, Steph says opposite of that. But if I worked for me, I probably would be like, damn, she is detail oriented. But I'm detail oriented because I'm carrying all of these different businesses and I'm trying to push all of them to the next level. And if I'm all over the place and just haphazard with everything, then how can I keep up with anything? So it takes you to be hella detailed and hella specific about numbers and what's being done. And no, I have a binder. I actually have a binder on separately, but I specifically use notebooks because at any given time, I could decide to leave that notebook home and not have to carry it with me to a business meeting or where I'm going, like go out. So I prefer individual notebooks, but I have a filing system as well. Like I have multiple filing cabinets in my house and in my warehouse space. I have binders that I have documents, and like in my video I will show y'all the binders I got. Like trust me, I got binders. But notebooks are really important for me so that I can keep things easily ready to go without having to pack up the whole entire binder. Could you imagine everything that I write? And this is just with like specific things with Yoni Love Herbals and this routine. This is not everything that I deal with and as far as like distribution and all of that kind of stuff. So could you imagine me trying to carry a binder that carried all the information from all these different notebooks inside? That shit is hella heavy. I ain't doing that. I would rather have a notebook, leave 4 of them home. And plus color coding is also very important to me. So like it is not by chance that this book is pink, this book is green, this book is purple, this book is leopard print, this one is blue, and then this one is a different kind of green. Because when I go to file any other information that's in each of these books, I use the color that's on it on my tabs. And yes, you can buy dividers and things like that, but it's important for my brain to be able to process it. I need it ultra detailed. So like these are all the things, but this is what allows me to be able to run 3 businesses at the same time and not like lose my mind in the midst of it and become quickly overwhelmed. Because in the midst of me running like whatever day-to-day stuff, keeping up with stuff and making sure her and my other employees like have what they need and taking care of distribution and production of products, because that's a whole nother section of it by itself. In order for me to do that, it's going to take me to have a system that's keeping me really organized and that I'm able to I just lost my train of thought. Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it'll come back to me later. Y'all know how it goes. Since I literally have all these things coming in my mind at one time. Okay. So yeah, I don't remember what I was getting ready to say while I was going there. Besides color coding, it was something else that I wanted to say on why I use it that way. But the other thing that I do want to say is when you're building your business, it's cool to have everything electronic, but also make sure that you are keeping physical documentation of everything that's on your computer. If you leave it all on your computer, if your computer crashes, you are shit out of luck. Even with the OneDrive and all of that. What if Microsoft, see, I'm a firm believer in not allowing somebody else to have control over, like complete control, I should say, to be able to have complete control over what's going to affect my day-to-day life. So for example, if I have all my stuff only on OneDrive and Microsoft tanks and crashes today or tomorrow and they stop everything, what am I going to do with all the documents and all the spreadsheets and all the systems I done put in place and all the emails I done sent stuff and all the pictures that I done uploaded and all the videos that I done created and all the footage from trips? What am I going to do with all, like, how am I going to get all of that back? I wouldn't be able to. So keeping physical documentation in business is important. And I think that a lot of people are getting away from it because of the age of technology. Like, oh, I could just upload it to OneDrive and I have it forever, no matter what device I'm on. Yeah, but if Microsoft tanks today or tomorrow, your OneDrive is gone. So keep a physical record and don't rely only on internet for you to be able to have everything that you need. That's important in business. And I know it's real old school to have a file cabinet with files and have clients inside the file cabinets where you could just go online and create a folder. But by no means necessary. When I'm responsible for making sure other people's lives function and flow the way that they want, and they're entrusting that responsibility to me, I'm not okay with relying on some piece of technology to make sure I do my job. I feel like I'll have it on physical documentation and form first, and then I will put it into a system that will be on an SD card, and then that's also backed up with OneDrive. Like, I don't play no games. I need to be able to get it. You know what I mean? See what I mean? That's what I'm saying. And Google will stand by this whole, all your documents will be synced and blah, 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 and you'll be able to get everything. Nah, I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all whatsoever. Everything that I create in Canva in my system in order to be able to do productions for the business, I also download them, every single one, to my computer. Does it take up space? Yes. But that's why my cell phone has 256 gigabytes of data, and so does my computer. Was it a major investment? Yes. Oh, let's talk about it. that's something else I need to write on. I mean, I need to do a video on. Equipment and investing from the beginning. Now, don't get me wrong. When I first started out, my laptop was a 64. Damn, this thing is going to die soon, y'all. If it dies, I will see y'all later on in the week. And I don't even have my charger because it's at the warehouse. I got a new warehouse space, and girl, bye. Anyway, so let me hurry up and try to say this. So, oh, Lord. Let me hurry up and try to say this, and then I lost it. What was I saying? Oh, in the beginning, the computer that I had only had 64 gigabytes of data and storage space on it. And it did not allow you to be able to save a lot. But I realized that by running a company with This Red Tent and Yoni Love Herbals, I was going to have a system that allowed me to be able to hold everything in a computer and the equipment that allowed me to hold everything that I needed inside of that one device. So this computer now has 256 gigabytes. I invested in the phone. Was this expensive? Hell yeah. Like $800. You know what I mean? Cell phone, same thing. $1,200 because my storage is 256 gigs, but I need that. With the amount of videos that I record, the amount of footage that I have, I don't have to worry about having to erase my videos all the time in order to be able to get new ones. And you don't always have the money up front to invest. I'm not saying like everything has to be like right up front, but eventually be planning for that so that you'll be able to upgrade as time goes on and when you need better stuff. I want to say I thank y'all for coming on here and continuing to come back even despite the computers and the technology and Google and freaking YouTube and everybody else cutting up shit. I love my community. I really do. So I'm going to be posting a bunch of videos, posting a bunch of videos talking about all of this stuff, like really in detail, showing y'all what I do, sharing my screen, trying to help y'all really be able to level up your business. And I know a lot of y'all, okay, I know a lot of y'all already have stuff in place that y'all do, but it helps to talk to other business people and entrepreneurs and people who are, whether they're in your industry or not, to be able to learn tips that you can do that will help you level up. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. And that's why I created the Sisterpreneurs, because I want to have a company in a group inside of my company that does for other sisters. But and that's what I started talking about, what I was not able to ever find when I first started. I could never find a coach who would sit down and tell me everything. I don't hold nothing. If you ask me any question about business, I will tell you. If you ask me any question about Yoni Steaming, I will tell you, even as a person who creates Yoni Steams. Why? Because I feel like it's enough abundance going around. And that was something that I never was able to find when I first started out myself. So since I know what it feels like to be on the other end of that, and to need somebody to coach you, and to need somebody to show you how they do it, and to break it down and help you plan and create systems and make strategies and learn how to market and tell you tactics for marketing and like show you the steps. Oh yeah, that's something else. Let me say this really quick. So there are a bunch of events that are going on around the US that are happening. If you are a sisterpreneur or an ambassador, I'm going to be making a whole bunch of posts about it, but there's a bunch of events, there are expos that are going on, and I want to do like shadowing type of co-vending spaces where you guys can come and see me in person, work the business, and learn how to do what, like how to sell in person. If that's something that you're afraid of, or you're still learning how to do, or whatever, you'll be able to like go with me. And they're like all over, so they're probably going to be in one of the cities that you're in if you're watching this playback. But yeah, so I to get that out before this shit cut off, because I know it's gonna happen soon. But I just that's really important for me to be that beacon of light, and to be that support, and to be that help that I was never able to